Hi, everyone. It's Natalie. And today I thought it would be fun for me to share some of what I've been learning in Dr. Amen's Brain Health Certification course with you. I know that brain health is something that you are extremely interested in, so you're likely going to be curious as to what I've been learning. One of the biggest things that I am learning is how awe-inspiring and sophisticated that the brain is. It has more connections than the stars in the universe. So how do we take good care of this special organ in our body throughout our lifetime? Well, I put together a presentation giving a general overview of some of what I've been learning to do that with you. So as I share my screen, you're not going to see my face anymore. You'll just hear my voice, but I'll be popping in at the end. So how do I improve my brain? That's the question we all want to know. One of the big keys is this idea of neurogenesis. Neurogenesis is the creation of new brain cells. And depending on our lifestyle choices, we will see 60 to 70% of those new brain cells either dying off or being retained. It's really about the quality of our choices that has such a direct influence on the quality of our brain. This is a critical diagram that helps us learn about brain reserve. At some point, people will become symptomatic, and when they cross this line, this is when their brain reserve is gone. This is the trouble zone. But right now, we still have the opportunity to work together to get you far up and above that line as we can. Now, much like with physical activity, as we get older, generally people begin to be less active, and the same applies to the brain becoming less active. You've heard it said, the more we use, if we don't use it, we lose it. Well, that applies to our brain as well. And much like how we age, our face begins to show signs of aging with wrinkles and maybe sagging skin, the brain similarly has that process happening as well. We can literally accelerate or decelerate brain aging depending on our choices. This is an image that shows how the brain typically ages. So if you're 82, this is a normal 82-year-old brain. And on the right side, we see an image of Dr. Doris Rapp, who is also 82, and this is her brain. Now, I mean, talk about brain envy. Look about how stunningly beautiful her brain looks. I'm sure you're all wondering, how does she get her brain to look so good? Well, if you are wondering, I'm glad, because the answer is she takes really good care of it. She eats healthy, she exercises, she's passionate about her work, about her life. She has decreased the aging in her brain, and you can too. Here are some prevention strategies to boost your brain's reserve. The first one we'll talk about is adequate sleep. If you get less than 7 hours of sleep at night, you have lower blood flow, and the brain is an energy-hungry organ in the body. It only weighs 2% of our body, yet it requires 25 to 30% of our calories. So it's vital that we have good blood flow to the brain at all times. Knowing and understanding your health numbers. So that's the cholesterol, the blood pressure, blood sugar. Blood pressure and blood sugar is associated with brain atrophy, even if you are at the high end of normal. Those other health numbers are, your body mass index, your weight, your body fat, your bone density. And these are all health numbers that we can talk about in your individual coaching sessions. We can get a personal plan to support you in improving those. Physical activity is the fountain of youth because it helps the heart and the vasculature, which feeds the brain. Being at a healthy weight, a natural weight for you. There are 140 studies that report that as your weight goes up, the size of the brain goes down. Being in loving relationships is shown to enhance brain health. Managing stress and giving attention to your emotional well being. Depression is a major risk factor for Alzheimer's disease. Mental workouts. The brain is like a muscle, so the more you use it, the stronger it gets. Benjamin Franklin has said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I hope that this presentation boosts your optimism because our brain can renew itself at any age. There are things that you can do to get you far up and above that line and boost your brain reserve. That's what we are aiming to do in this program and in your coaching sessions to support you in exchanging low cognitive functions and memory challenges for mental sharpness and attention, to exchange low energy for youthful vitality and passion, to exchange low mood and feelings of depression or anxiety for emotional stability and inner peace. Let's continue this good work that we are doing together to improve your brain and improve your lives. Take care, everyone, and I can't wait to see you in our next coaching session.